Hey guys, coming to you with a new one here. Actually, regrettably, this is one of the ones that I'll no longer have, so just wanted to do a video before I went ahead and sent it to the person who recently got it. This is a Spyderco Gayle Bradley with carbon fiber handles and CPM M4 steel. Let's see if we could get that. This is probably one of my favorites by Spyderco by far. It's actually a very beautiful knife. The weight, just the grip features, or the gripping capability of it, the lines, everything is just it's probably one of the best folders that I've ever experienced. The action of it is very, very smooth. I mean, this is probably the smoothest folder I would have to say that Spyderco has ever come out with. It's comparable to a Chris Reeve, I would have to say. Just an absolutely smooth, very, very smooth knife. Not one that you'd want to necessarily flip out. It does flip out very easily. You know, well, not as easily because the Spidey hole is receded a little bit. Also, I have the clip basically for a right-hander, since I am sending it off to somebody who I would assume would be a right-hander, but I just left it there ever since I bought it. But it does flip out fairly easily. Let's see here. I was going to show you guys the bushings on this thing. I mean, these things are beasts. You guys can see that. See how thick those things are? I mean, those things are huge in comparison to your average everyday bronze phosphorus bushings. Just going to remove this here. Once again, sorry about my hands. Been kind of working all day. But the knife overall is a really large knife. It's basically meant for heavy duty use. The steel liners on this thing are just thick as can be. The carbon fiber, gives it good texture. It's very good texture, very good grip. The jimping on the spine is, I wouldn't say as good as Spyderco normally does, but it is adequate. It will grip you pretty good, and it doesn't really cut you up. Let's see here. There's the jimping on the liner, and there is a little bit of a recess right there on this side of the liner, if you guys can see that, so that you could go ahead and get your finger in and bring the knife blade back in. One thing I really like is the pocket clip. It isn't super high, and it definitely, once it goes into the pocket, it gives you a decent purchase on grabbing the knife still. But the pocket clip is a kind of like a black chrome. It's very attractive, and it definitely blends well with that carbon fiber. I mean, that stuff is just awesome. I like the weave kind of action that they got going on there. The liners do protrude from the carbon fiber onlays, and as you can see right there, they're nice and they're smooth, very, very smooth. For a knife made in Taiwan, this is just an immaculate piece of work that these guys did. Whoever managed to do this, or whatever company should I say, they did an excellent job. This is definitely way up there as far as any production knife goes. Spyderco did an excellent job. There's the Gayle Bradley signature or stamp with let's see, Weatherford. with the Texas state logo right there. As you can see, the knife is just, it's a really good knife as far as the purchase inside of the hand. It's good, honest, working type knife. You know, I'm sure that this thing would take all kinds of abuse. So it is open construction, and those pillars are nicely rounded. I like that. It does have the lanyard hole, quite a large lanyard hole. All of the screws have that same chrome, black chrome finish on them, and they just put out a real nice shine as well. They are all Torx heads, as well as the pivot. But this knife is definitely worth the money. I would, you know, even say that, you know, was I to go out and want to purchase one of these, you know, if I had the chance, or let's say that you know, Spyderco made this knife at $250, I'd want to purchase this knife still. Just how smooth the action is. It's, you know, on par, like I said, with Chris Reeve. Not quite that close, but it's definitely one of the smoothest action folders that I've ever dealt with, in comparison to a Chris Reeve. But yeah, the swedge on the back is also very nice. It's rounded. The polish job throughout the knife is phenomenal, as well as the grinds. The grinds are very nice. CPM M4 is a powder steel. It is a tool steel that is meant for hard use, and it's one of my more favorite steels as far as looks go. I prefer the way that it looks over CPM S30V, in fact, but ATS 34 is still my favorite as far as polishing goes. But there's just something about the way that the grinds look with the polish job that they do on the CPM M4 steel. It's kind of hard to get with the camera, but it definitely has a nice shine to it, as well as it just kind of gives a different glint than most of the steels out there. One bad thing about it is that little notch. Even though it is rounded, you still do feel it, and but otherwise it's not too bad. It doesn't protrude too bad. Makes no difference in the play, kind of the way that the Spyderco military does. When you open it up, it doesn't protrude through the spine and actually hit you in any way. Lockup is as solid as a rock. I mean, this thing is super solid. The price on these typically goes anywhere in between $120 to $170, depending upon where you look. But you know, if you guys ever do decide to buy one, I would highly recommend it. If you're into a heavier folder, I mean, this thing is like 5.6 ounces, but well worth it. I mean, you're getting probably a 3.67 inch blade overall, or 3.7 inch cutting edge. The sweep on it is excellent. It has a nice belly, and this thing comes super sharp. So hope you enjoyed the review. This is the last time I'll be seeing this puppy until I get one further on down the road. In case if you're wondering, the reason why I'm selling this and getting rid of it is because my transmission went out, and I actually had to borrow money from my brother to pay for it. It's been a bad couple of weeks, so thanks for viewing, and hope you have a good day. Thanks, bye.